hand game song.
Hazame hazame kola lewaya, 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 yawa yawa galele yawa yawa galele.
The rain song. The Eagle Song by Clarence. The Birth Park Song. The Mahogany Tree Song. The Deer Song by Josie and Clarence. The Indian Tobacco Song. Coyote Song. The Sleepy Song by Belle, Josie, and Bessie. Hand Game Song.
The next story is of the Yokut. Each of the branches of the Yokut tribe of Central California has a particular version of the creation myth. The Truhohi myth says that in the beginning, the only land was a mountain in the south, rising above the expanse of water that covered the earth. Eagle was the chief then. The people came to him asking for earth on which to live. Eagle was at a loss as to what to do, but Coyote was not. He said Magpie would know what to do. When asked, the Magpie said that earth could be obtained from right below us. Now right below was only water, and the ducks all died trying to get mud from the depths. Only Moodhen the duck was left, and he dove and was gone for a long time before returning dead. But in his nails, beaks, and ears and nose, there were bits of mud. The people made land out of chiu seeds and this mud. Eagle then sent Wolf to make mountain ranges, which he did. Coyote, however, disobeyed Eagle and walked on them before they were dry. This is why the mountains, especially the Sierra Nevada mountains, are so jagged. Prairie Falcon and Raven were also sent to make mountains, but they argued about whose were higher. When everything had dried, the Eagle and Coyote sent the people, who back then were still animals, to different places, and soon afterward they turned into human people. Then only the Coyote and the Eagle were left in the original place. Eagle decided to go up to the heavens, and Coyote said he would do the same. The Eagle, however, ordered Coyote to stay behind to watch over things. But Coyote managed to go with the Eagle anyway, even though he had no wings. The Gashowo Yokuts claimed that Prairie Falcon and Raven were the primary creators. They made the earth when there was only water everywhere. It was the duck, Kui Kui, who managed to get sand from under the primordial waters. Prairie Falcon mixed tobacco with bits of sand. He gave half of the mixture to the raven, and then they went in opposite directions, sprinkling the creative sand in the water to make land. The raven made better mountains, while the prairie falcon made better plains. Later, however, the prairie falcon altered the mountains to suit himself. It was he, after all, who had first thought of creation. Now, among the Wukchumni Yokuts, the eagle and coyote are the principal figures. Turtle comes into the story also. It was, after all, the turtle that the Creator sent to dive. The turtle came back with a bit of sand in his nails, and out of this, eagle and coyote made our earth. They also made 6 men and 6 women. These they sent out as couples to populate the earth. Later, Eagle sent Coyote to see what the people were doing. It seems they were eating up the earth. So Eagle sent a dove to find something better to eat. All of the world's agriculture began with a tiny grain of meal the dove found and the eagle and coyote planted. The Yawelmai Yokut myth reports that in the beginning there was water covering the earth. Then somehow a stick or tree grew out of the water and headed towards the sky. At the top of this tree was a nest. In the nest were the eagle, who was the chief, and wolf, coyote, panther, falcon, hawk, and condor. From the nest, they could only see water everywhere, and Eagle decided that he wanted to make earth. So he called Kwee, the little duck, and ordered him to dive into the water to bring up dirt to begin things. The duck tried hard, but could not get to the bottom of the waters, and it died trying. A larger duck was sent, and he did reach the bottom, but died there and then floated up to the surface. Eagle and his companions noticed that there was a tiny bit of earth in one of the duck's feet. Eagle immediately took it and mixed it with some seeds and water, and so made a kind of dough. He put the dough into the water and watched it rise and spread out in every direction. That evening, Eagle told his companions to take some of the new earth, and then they all got back into their nest for the night. Early the next day, Eagle instructed Wolf to shout, and the wolf did just that. But while the wolf shouted, the earth disappeared. "Never mind," said Eagle. "We'll make a new batch." That they could do because they had taken bits of earth into the nest. So they made a new batch of Eagle's mixture, and early the next morning, the eagle told Wolf to shout 3 times. When Wolf shouted 3 times, the earth experienced an earthquake, but remained whole. Now Coyote wanted to shout too, and when he did, the earth hardly shook at all. Since Earth was now stable, Eagle decided that the group should move out of their nest and onto the earth. Very near to their tree was a lake, and they settled next to it. The most noticeable aspect of the Yokut creation myths is the predominance of the animals. Presumably, each animal has a totem importance as originators of the people of various clans within the given communities.